The city lights blurred through my tears. Seoul, once a symphony of dreams, now echoed with my pain. My fingers, usually dancing on piano keys, trembled. They longed for the touch of my late fiancé, Kang Ji-seok. He was gone. His melodies, silenced. I couldn't bear the sympathetic glances, the hushed whispers. My apartment, once filled with Ji-seok's laughter and our shared dreams, felt suffocating. Every corner held his memory, his love, his absence. I had to escape the city's suffocating grief. I decided to leave Seoul. I packed my life into a few suitcases, my heart heavier than my luggage. I would seek solace in the quiet countryside. In Ji-seok's hometown, I hoped to find peace, or at least a moment's respite from my sorrow. The village welcomed Ha-eun with open arms and warm smiles. It was a stark contrast to the cold anonymity of Seoul. Here, time moved slower. The air was fresh, carrying the scent of pine and earth. It was in this tranquil village that Ji-seok had grown up, finding solace in nature's embrace. Ji-seok's childhood home was a modest farmhouse nestled amidst rice paddies. It was old but well kept, a testament to the love he had left behind. As Ha-eun stepped inside, a familiar scent of sandalwood and old books enveloped her. It was as if a part of him still lingered here. An old dusty piano sat in the corner. It was covered in a white sheet, untouched for years. Ha-eun felt a tug at her heart, a mix of sadness and curiosity. She approached it slowly, her fingers hovering over the faded cloth. This piano, she realized, held within its wooden frame the echoes of Ji-seok's childhood dreams. Ha-eun lifted the sheet, revealing the aged ivory keys. They were yellowed with time, some slightly chipped. She ran her fingers lightly over their surface, feeling a connection to the past. As she pressed down on a key, a soft, melancholic note resonated through the room. It was a sound both familiar and heartbreaking. She began to play, tentatively at first, a simple melody, one of Ji-seok's favorites. Her fingers, as if guided by an unseen force, moved with a renewed sense of purpose. The notes flowed effortlessly, filling the silent house with a bittersweet symphony. As she played, she noticed a faded notebook resting on the piano stand. It was filled with Ji-seok's handwriting, musical notes, and scribbled lyrics filling its pages. This, she realized, was his unfinished song, a melody forever silenced. She had to hear it. She had to complete it. For him. The village carpenter, Choi Min-joon, was a man of few words, but his eyes, reflecting the wisdom of years spent amidst nature's embrace, held a deep understanding. He had been Ji-seok's childhood friend, a silent guardian of his memories. Ha-eun found solace in their shared grief. Min-joon helped her repair the old piano, his rough hands handling the delicate instrument with surprising gentleness. As they worked, he shared stories of Ji-seok's childhood, his passion for music, his kind heart. Each story chipped away at Ha-eun's grief, replacing it with a bittersweet fondness. One day, while examining the piano, Min-joon discovered a hidden compartment. Inside lay a small wooden box, its surface smooth and polished with time. It held a collection of letters, tied with a faded blue ribbon. They were addressed to Ji-seok, the handwriting unfamiliar. These letters, they sensed, held the key to the secrets surrounding his death. The letters were from a woman named Seo-yeon. Her words, filled with love and longing, painted a picture of a passionate but secret romance with Ji-seok. They spoke of hidden rendezvous, stolen kisses, and promises whispered under moonlit skies. It was a love hidden from the world, a love that had ended tragically. Each letter was a piece of a puzzle, revealing a side of Ji-seok that Ha-eun never knew. He had been a man of secrets, torn between his love for Seo-yeon and his commitment to Ha-eun. The guilt, the pain, the impossible choices he faced, it was all there in his music, in the unfinished song. As Ha-eun delved deeper into the letters, she noticed a recurring theme, a sense of fear of being watched, of a love that could not be. Seo-yeon's words hinted at a threat, a danger that loomed over their forbidden love. Was this the reason for Ji-seok's untimely death? Had their secret come at a fatal cost? Section 6. Melodies of Truth. Driven by a need for answers, Ha-eun poured her energy into completing Ji-seok's unfinished song. The melody, once fragmented and incomplete, began to take shape. It was a melancholic yet hopeful piece, reflecting the bittersweet love story hidden within the letters. As her fingers danced over the keys, she felt closer to Ji-seok than ever before. The music flowed through her, each note a whisper from the past. She could almost hear Ji-seok's voice guiding her, his fingers dancing alongside hers on the keys. The unfinished song, she realized, was more than just a melody. It was a confession, a way for him to express the emotions he couldn't put into words. She found solace in the melody, in the way it seemed to weave together the fragments of Ji-seok's life. Through the music, she was finally able to understand him, to forgive him, to let him go. But the song also brought a new mystery, a recurring motif that seemed out of place, a dissonance that hinted at a darker truth. Section 7. A Concert of Memories. Ha-eun decided to hold a concert in the village. She would play Ji-seok's song, his final masterpiece, as a tribute to his memory. The villagers, touched by her love and dedication, helped her organize the event. The village hall, usually quiet and empty, was transformed into a concert venue. The night of the concert, the hall was filled with people. They came to remember Ji-seok, to support Ha-eun, to hear the music that had haunted the village for so long. As Ha-eun took her seat at the piano, she felt a wave of emotions wash over her: nervousness, excitement, grief, but above all, love. She began to play, her fingers moving with practiced grace over the keys. The melody, filled with longing and regret, resonated through the hall. It was as if Ji-seok's spirit was there with her, his presence felt in every note. As the final chords faded away, a hush fell over the audience. Then, thunderous applause erupted, a bittersweet celebration of a life cut short. Section 8. Finding Peace in Music. After the concert, Ha-eun felt a sense of peace she hadn't felt since Ji-seok's passing. The music had been her catharsis, a way to confront her grief and find closure. She realized that Ji-seok would always be a part of her, his memory living on through his music. Min-joon found her by the lake, the moonlight reflecting in his kind eyes. He had always been there for her, a silent pillar of support during her darkest hours. He spoke of Ji-seok's final days, of his struggle to reconcile his past and present, of his regret for the pain he caused. "He wanted to tell you everything," Min-joon confessed, his voice barely a whisper. "He was going to break off his engagement with Seo-yeon, to start a new life with you." His words brought a fresh wave of grief, but also a sense of understanding. Ji-seok had loved her, and in his own way, he had tried to find his way back to her. Section 9. A New Melody Begins. Ha-eun decided to stay in the village. She found solace in its tranquility, in the memories of Ji-seok that lingered in every corner. She continued to play, her music infused with a newfound depth and emotion. The villagers embraced her as one of their own, finding comfort in her music and her quiet strength. Min-joon was always there, a steady presence in her life. He helped her fix up Ji-seok's old studio, transforming it into a haven for her music. They spent hours talking, sharing stories, finding solace in their shared love for Ji-seok and their passion for the village. As the seasons changed, so did Ha-eun's grief. It softened, transforming into a bittersweet ache, a reminder of the love she had lost, but also the strength she had found within herself. And in the quiet moments, as the sun rose over the rice paddies, she felt a glimmer of hope, a hint of a new melody beginning to form in her heart. A melody that spoke of healing, of second chances, of a love that whispered on the wind, carrying with it the echoes of the past and the promise of a new beginning.